Now, from your weather authority, meteorologist Cody Bailey.
For the most part, we are quiet here at the 10 o'clock hour. We do have some showers out there. We had a little thunder and lightning earlier this evening, but we're not seeing anything on Doppler radar right now that indicates any thunderstorm activity like what we had overnight last night and even into the early morning hours today. I know it woke some of you up, maybe an early alarm clock early to start our Saturday morning, but just some plain old rain out there right now at the 10 o'clock hour. Let's go ahead and take a live look at first warning Doppler radar. And for the most part, it is still confined to areas across parts of southern Illinois, mainly our northwestern fringe counties, but we are starting to see a little bit of that movement further to the south and southeast, now extending basically from far southwestern Clay County up to the northwest through most of Wayne County, and now northern Hamilton and White counties as well, growing to the south and approaching the Carmi area momentarily. And you can kind of see where this is draped out from pretty much northwest to southeast across our southern Illinois counties. Another batch across western Kentucky here that's really light to moderate, not quite as impressive as what we had up here. We are maybe watching, not so much in our area right now, but the potential for some localized flooding with these rain showers moving over the same locations. But the good news is, at least over most of Wayne County, we're not seeing the pockets of heavy rain over the same location. So that is at least an encouraging sign. But essentially, at least on radar, it looks like most of Wayne County getting at least some light rain, some pockets of heavy rainfall moving over the Mill Shoals area, crossing into where Wayne, Hamilton, and White counties kind of coincide there. Down to the south across western Kentucky, this little batch pushed through Dixon across Highway 41, now approaching I-69, but really falling apart. And I think we're not really expecting much in the way of intensity like what we had last night. Thankfully, we didn't have to deal with much in the way of strong or severe weather, but definitely did pack a punch overnight and early this morning. But mainly tonight, I think it's going to be confined to areas west and south of Evansville. Not to say that we won't see any in the metro, but I think the best chances will be to the southwest overnight tonight and early tomorrow morning. But a quiet view of a beautiful scene downtown Owensboro. It's our Bill Morgan roofing tower camera, and looking high atop Deaconess Gateway Hospital. That's the view from the east side, looking towards the east side from our Diamond Valley Federal Credit Union tower camera. Traffic on Highway 66 and I-69 looks to be moving just fine, and that is the good news for anybody out and about. We don't have the oppressive heat and humidity like we've had all week long. Temperature-wise, we're in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Dew points, though, still on the muggy side. We're still in that very humid category between 70 to 75 degrees. That dry air really taking its time, pushing from the north to the south, but we will start to see that dry air really start to kick in tomorrow, and then you'll definitely feel the effects of that cold front by Monday. Tomorrow, I think it's going to be somewhere in the mid-60s for those dew points, so much lower humidity than what we've had all week long. Rivers, not a whole lot of activity, but the Ohio and Evansville is rising to just shy of 16 feet by Monday evening. That could kind of shrink the size of that pump out as well as we approach heading into next weekend for the holiday weekend on Labor Day. Could have maybe a little bit lower of a river level by next weekend, but Future Tracker shows things, again, staying fairly southwest of Evansville and pretty light in nature. Could have some pockets of heavy rain. Can't rule out maybe some thunder here and there. Not like what we had last night this morning, so don't be too concerned about that. Anything out there will be diminishing late in the morning to around midday tomorrow. High temperatures tomorrow could range from maybe the upper 70s across western Kentucky, where you get more in the way of cloud cover, versus the mid 80s across southwest Indiana, where we should start to clear out pretty soon. That's what we're forecasting here. Low 70s across the western Kentucky Parkway, mid 80s here in the Evansville metro. And that's what we're going to be dealing with through most of next week. Temperatures between about 80 to 85 for the first half of the week, then mid to upper 80s the second half of the week. But the key difference is the humidity. We're not going to be dealing with any of that oppressive humidity like what we had last week in the last couple of days. So that is some good news as well, and plenty of sunshine to go around as well. Temperatures tonight falling into the upper 60s to around the low to mid 70s, depending on how the rain showers cool out the air across the tri-state. And again, humidity off the board through all of next week, getting warmer than normal again by next weekend. But again, the key difference is no humidity to contend with for the next several days.